Today on Faces and Places, we head north to a winter wonderland of snowmobile safaris and of mind-blowing beauty, where luxury meets tradition and the king of the forest roams free. Find out just why it's been called Europe's last great wilderness. Join us in the north of Sweden in winter. Norrland, sometimes still known as Swedish Lapland or Laponia, is a massive county the size of Portugal, stretching up beyond the Arctic Circle. Between the Baltic Sea and the mountains, it's bathed in winter sunshine on clear days. Its forests stretch out, seemingly unendingly. Join us as we take a more intimate look at the region and its hidden treasures. Our journey begins in Luleå, on the shores of the Baltic Sea. The archipelago at Luleå boasts over 1,000 islands in its brackish waters. Cars traverse the frozen Bothnian Bay on well-worn ice roads. Luleå Old Town, Gammelstad, is a World Heritage Site best navigated by kicksled in winter. Frost-coated like an iced cake, it evokes feelings of a true white Christmas and Santa's rumoured home in Lapland. From the medieval stone church, you can gaze out across a simply vast landscape containing as many elk as there are people. The people up here are always on the go and love the great outdoors. Whether it's ice skating or ice fishing, the cold winter months provide ample opportunity for a full and active life. Downtown Luleå is all hustle and bustle, whatever the weather. A teasing taste of all the amazing adventure still in store. Dinner on ice is a chance to sample fine dining out on a frozen sea at night.
Kontrasterna mellan lyx och det traditionella, mellan ljus och mörker, mellan varmt och kallt så att säga. Då kändes det som att vi ska erbjuda en lyxmiddag ute på det frusna havet där du har isen som golv och du har fortfarande linnedukar, du har linneservetter och god mat serverad på varma tallrikar.
The menu is straight from the local larder, brimming with top-notch local produce. The drinks are chilled and spirits are high for this once-in-a-lifetime event. The Sami goatee has been compared to a Bedouin tent, cold replacing heat in the white desert. South, just along the coast, then inland, lies Svansele. Svansele is an adventure camp tucked away in the forest that delivers big time in the elk department. So confident are they that they guarantee elk sightings or your money back. Snowmobiles are very much the done way to travel. They allow access to areas, scenery and wildlife too remote to cars and cross-country skis. What you need in this terrain is an experienced guide with bags of local knowledge.
Ja, som mest i en hop tillsammans med gäster, alltså de har fått se 17 älgar som har följts. Det gäller att söka, det gäller att ha lite tur, lite flyt.
Torbjörn's affinity for elk started in his childhood.
Jag var nog 6 år. Jag satt i det där hålet längst bak som jag var på folkmålsbubblorna. Skulle vi till Norsjö. En gammal krokig grusväg den tiden. Och i en kurva där så står det 2 fjordingar. Och farsan vevade ner ruta. Kom till bilen och stack in halva huvudet in i folkvagnen så att jag hade en älg ungefär 1 meter från mig som 6-7-åring. Sen dess han fascinerade mig på något makalöst sätt.
What started out as a 2-bit outfit with second-hand snowmobiles has now become a 30,000 guest-a-year success story. Getting stuck out in knee-deep snow, however, is no laughing matter. Their guide uses all his nous to close in on their quarry. This may be the first time his charges see elk in the wild. Once again, the trusty tracker can breathe easy. Once again, he delivers. There are between 300 and 400,000 elk in Sweden, and of course the greater part of them live up here in the vast forests of the north. Gathering round the campfire is an integral part of the experience. It offers a chance to refuel and share stories of the day's drama. Meals are cooked over and shared around a roasting hot fire. Back at base camp, the day is not complete without a steam in the wood-fired sauna. The sauna is an age-old tradition that harks back through generations untold.
Den största grejen i det här är en riktig bastu. Krypa ner i isvaken. Och krypa i isvaken så länge, nej nu går det inte längre. Alltså nu fixar jag inte det här längre, så 1 minut till ungefär. Då värmen då kom till kroppen. Alltså en känsla som gör att man tror att det är någonting annat som sker. Alltså det är helt sanslöst. Så det är i alla fall en stor upplevelse som jag unnar alla.
Ice cold to steaming hot. Not for the faint-hearted. And after a well-earned soak in the hot tubs. There's something about the contrast of heat and cold that makes the world around you simply slip away. This is getting away from it all. Back up north, through forest and lake, we find Harads. You'd be forgiven for not noticing the rooms at the Tree Hotel. So well do they blend in. The individually designed constructions literally hang from massive 120-year-old Scots pines in a sylvan paradise. You might ask yourself how such gravity-defying structures came into being. And then you'd better ask this guy, joint owner Kent.
Det börjar med att en dokumentärfilm spelas in här i Harads. Och det handlar om 3 grabbar från Stockholm som skulle ut och söka sina rötter på landsbygden och bygga en träkoja. Jag tog med mig den här idén och tanken då på en fiskeresa till Ryssland. Och med i den här gruppen var det ett antal svenska arkitekter då, som reser med mig och fiskar. Så jag presenterade idén vid lägerelden en kväll. Och de tyckte det var en fantastisk idé och nappade allihopa.
Back at the boarding house, the listed building offers a slice of life served up from Sweden in the 50s. Britta's is the name of the B&B, Kent's wife and partner, who shares his philosophy.
Trädet, det står ju för mig för en sak, alltså kanske för vila. Man sitter fast i sina rötter och man söker tillbaks till sina rötter.
The idols of the era adorn the walls, and the tunes of the day echo out on the old gramophone, on vinyl 45s and long play records. The past has been lovingly preserved in this provincial backwater. The 50s is definitely the thing in the Swedish countryside. The 50s, and of course all things American. The Tree Hotel is all about finding your place in nature. The mirror cube. The bird's nest. The blue pine cone isn't blue at all, but appearances can deceive. Each treehouse has its own unique design and feel. The tree rooms are fastened with clips and bands, no screws or bolts that can damage the trees. The straps and clips can be loosened and grow with the tree. The visitors' anticipation in climbing up and discovering their accommodation is met inside by a high-tech interior boasting all mod cons: comfort, ecology and design, all at one with nature. And our relationship with nature is necessarily a relationship with trees.
Och det kan ju också vara kunskapens träd och platsen där man får vila och ro. Så att jag tror att alla har något förhållande till ett träd.
In the blue pine cone, a family gathers to take in the view and enjoy it from the warmth of their quarters. Dusk, and night prepares to fall over Norrland. At the end of the day, it's time for a long, hot soak. In the gathering dark, the forest stretches out to infinity. Two lonely figures, framed between fire and water, are brought together in this magical moment. Time to unwind. Up towards the northern border lies Jukkasjärvi. Passing the Arctic Circle into Norrland's sub-Arctic region, a vast wilderness awaits. The church at Jukkasjärvi dates back to 1607 and boasts a celebrated triptych at its altar by the well-known Swedish artist Bror Hjort. Jukkasjärvi means meeting place and has always been a trading hub for the Sami, Finns and Swedes. Things are no different today as people come here from all over the world to explore what's been called the last great wilderness of Europe. And in winter, in this wilderness, snow and ice are the building blocks of life itself. The Ice Hotel is another labour of love, born of one man's solution to a very particular problem.
Det kom aldrig några människor hit på vintern. Och det var för man sa att det var för kallt och för mörkt. Alla sa att det var för kallt och för mörkt. Jag började fundera, vad kan man då göra av kyla? Om du tänker tvärtom när det har blivit problem så kan du faktiskt finna en möjlighet. Vad gör du utav kylan? Och så småningom kom vi på då att man kan göra ett ishotell.
Founded just over 20 years ago, the Ice Hotel is a classic destination. People come here from all over the world. This icy pleasure dome is built in October when the temperatures start to drop and lasts all the way through to April and Easter. The hotel melts in the midnight sun and runs back into the river, only to be resurrected once again into the Ice Hotel. This is not only a hotel but an art gallery. Every installation is original and unique. The medium is ice, which has no colour, so light is everything. Perhaps one of the artists can enlighten us.
I ena kortväggen där har jag byggt upp en mur av is. Den funkar som en ljuslåda med ljussättning bakom. Det blir som en himmel eller en kontrast då till den här stora björnmamman som tronar i mitten av rummet. Och hon lutar sig också över sängen där gästen ska sova.
This artistry in the bedroom certainly seems to rub off on some of the guests. Yes, couples flock to the Ice Hotel, and many marry in its ice chapel. More people are married here in winter than anywhere else in Sweden. A church of ice, a house of worship in which children are baptized and lovers wed. Could there be a more dramatic aisle to walk up? The vicar proclaims them husband and wife. Congratulations are definitely in order. From Goatee powwow to automobile know-how, driving on ice is the ultimate for any car enthusiast.
Självklart är det många seriösa bitar i det vi har, men alltihopa bygger lite på att du måste få göra fel helt enkelt för att veta vad som händer. Jag började ju köra rally när jag var 18 år och började köra bil betydligt tidigare.
Yeah, this guy seems to know what he's doing. From driving on ice to driving in ice. And after a high-octane experience, it's time for some stiff refreshment. The shell of the Ice Hotel becomes like a thermos, keeping the inside temperature stable. -5 might seem cold in London or Sydney, but not here. Here, -5 is ideal. The age-old Swedish adage, "There's no such thing as the wrong sort of weather, only the wrong sort of dress," is par for the course here. This snowbound wilderness does indeed entice to a sunny pleasure dome with caves of ice. All life is here, within its ephemeral walls. Back south to Jokkmokk, and one of Sweden's oldest and best-known markets. As night falls, faces are lit up in the dark. The sound of gentle song fills the air. People jostle and strain to get a glimpse of a royal personage lighting the inaugural flame at the opening ceremony. The first Thursday of every February for the last 400 years, Jokkmokk Market has been held. The market is an important social event in the region, a time to catch up with old friends and make some new. There are things to be bought, food to be tasted. It is, of course, Sami culture that defines the market. And there's no better place to learn about it than at its principal museum in Sweden, Atja. Olav Svonni is one of the most well-known Sami craftsmen and exponents of Juoji. His hard-won skills have been passed down to him through hundreds of generations.
Alla syskon slöjdade. Killarna med hård slöjd och flickorna med mjuk. Så att alla håller på med hantverket i vår familj.
In keeping with tradition, all materials are 100% natural and locally sourced. Today, what these objects may have lost in utility, they've gained in cultural and artistic worth, and collectors from the world over covet Olav's prized works. Animism is the belief that all nature has a soul, the animus, an ancient belief that resonates with modern-day ecology. And this belief is still going strong as new generations embrace old traditions.
Även idag så finns ju naturen med i vårt liv nästan hela tiden. I musik, sånger, vi skapar, i konsthantverk, i maten, allting så finns naturen där som en väldigt stark del. Det är den grund vi fortfarande står på.
On decidedly more shaky ground are the competitors in the reindeer racing event. Crown Princess Victoria, Sweden's heir to the throne, is there to congratulate the winner. The hustle and bustle of the market excites the senses. The sound of Swedish folk music fills the air. And not far off, we get a personal introduction to traditional Sami song.
Det finns jojkar om precis allt möjligt. Personjojkar, djurjojkar och jag ska ta en jojk om Moder Jord, vår natur.
Our journey brings us back to where we started, to Luleå, on the frozen bay of Bothnia. There's a moment when an aeroplane breaches the clouds and sails up above the weather. You're gifted a view of a vast white wilderness stretching out before you, as far as the eye can see. The White Desert, they call it here. A glimpse of the world and another existence, caught between grace and fear. Proof that life is both beautiful and precarious. And so the sun goes down on another Faces and Places, on another journey in Europe.